Hello, and what is going on, you guys? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Time to get ready to enter round 2 in season 2 for the 2022 series of Gran Turismo World Series Nations Cup on GT7. Here we are right now in round 2. We are racing at Deep Forest Raceway located in Switzerland. One of the 3 legendary Gran Turismo racetrack will be ready to set up and go for the Gr.4 class will be ready to go. On for the event schedule for the recap in round 1 at Autodrome Lago Maggiore to be on a full course layout by using the Radical SR3 SL 2013, with also to have a Michelin tire sticker is now featured before the start of the second season. But it turns out that every car can also to have a Michelin tire sticker on every road, and race car category class is going to be a very good excellent interest before the start of the competition for today's Friday is August 19. So right now round 2 is going to be very good excellent to have 2 choices we'll be using with the medium compound racing tires, but it also depends on the endurance or a tire switch or stop and go strategy whenever each Gran Turismo player is to be well put up to be strategized before climbing up to be in the top 5 position. So right now, gonna have to get everything to be ready to go. 18 laps for the number of players up to 16 by having a rolling start for the Gr.4 class, but it turns out that racing medium compound tires will be required to be eligibility to be participate, but also to have a quick notice to be entered to be on the race shop before you can participate. Make sure purchase 3 different kinds of racing category tires is going to be well packed up and needed up as well. So hard racing tires is already purchased, so now I'm going to have to add up onto the medium and soft racing tires, and don't forget to be using for the weight adjustment and performance adjustment on the ballast and power restrictor if you might need it in case. So let's have a good look. Scroll down to be on the restrictions. So here is today's BOP/tuning forbidden is going to be on high speed. Specified to be on car settings, DR effect, SR effect to be on yes. So it's all good to go. So let's get ready to participate. And I'm about to show you guys something that I'm about to bring out. I recommend Gr.4 race car is the Nissan Silvia Spec R Aero S15 touring car with a brand new UDRS Insportec livery. Well, I hope you like it because it's going to get much competitive, and also to have a hood to be fully carbon fiber, but also to have the regulation violation to be well reminder. Gonna have to switch it up from the hard into medium before gonna have to do some practice. So here I go, viewers. Everything is all set and good to go, and let's see how the best racing opportunity for every Gr.4 cars will be well outfitted to be on the Michelin tire sticker after the race ends. So as always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, go and click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more, and don't forget to click the bell for notifications on upcoming content videos in the later future. Now it is time to get ready to start the race. Let's begin. All's good for having a qualifier time after this before we're about to start the race by having 18 laps around in Deep Forest Raceway. Today's temperature is going to be 66.2 degrees Fahrenheit. Mostly to have a bright and sunny day for the Gr.4 race car. We'll be having an opportunity to get set and go for having 3 sectors on every corner layout. We'll do the best we can. But good thing 5th place is doing a fast qualifying time in about 1 minute and 34 seconds. So let's do this, you guys. 3 seconds until we're about to go on. Here we go, folks. It's round 2 in season 2 of the 2022 series. Gran Turismo World Series Nations Cup is about to begin. Gr.4 Race Cars is now at the ready to take on in Deep Forest Raceway. Here we have XD Mixmaster in first place. Psycho Crowley takes second place. Third place we have Moose in the Subaru WRX Gr.4. We have NRAC Steve number 27 in 4th place. Here's myself in 5th place with the UDRS Insportec livery on the Silvia S15 touring car. Gr.4 is here in 6th place. Horseby in 7th place. We have Shocky in position number 8. 9th place we have Joe Self in the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport. Turbo Dog is here in 10th place. We have 77 Card in position 11. 12th place, Don the Grip in the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport. Marlon Drifts has arrived in 13th place. Two Words is in 14th place, towards the last position at the go. Let's cue the rolling start and get prepared. After having some slight delays after round 1, we're having a 3-day championship event weekend for all of us since we have everything what we need to get settled in to be on a rush. First for the first round, Nations Cup. Second, Manufacturers Cup, along with the Porsche Esports Challenge USA for the final race. And third, Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup at Fuji Speedway for the GR Super RC. But at the matter of time, so here we go, viewers. Let's do this and go for the green light after having 3 seconds to be on the straightaway to go up the hill and take the downhill onto turn number 1. Let's get it on and do a best Gr.4 race whenever it takes. Now for Team Insportec takes on for having a slight defense to go start out in number 5. Going up after taking turn 1, moving up onto turn 2 to be going entered onto turn number 3. Turn 4 and 5 might be going a little bit tricky to take the first tunnel to be at the right corner before entered onto the second tunnel. First sector clear. Moving on in sector number 2, folks. This race is all about doing the best recommend Gr.4 car. We'll have to do some best perfect method to see how longer it takes to go endurance or doing one pit stop available by the choice. But that's not all, because the best perfect recommend Gr.4 car for every Nissan fans, including other GT players, is the Nissan Silvia Spec R Aero S15 touring car. Might be a very good best perfect Gr.4 car to be take on in the track. So here comes sector 3 after doing sector 2 clear. Looks like Horseby Reaper 26 in position 6 goes on the way to go for the offense, and here comes the hairpin. Be very gentle and go concentration to have an inside apex to find your line. In about 0.7 seconds to catch up to NRAC Steve number 27 in the Genesis, currently on number 4. There goes lap number 1 towards the end. SD.Mixmaster is now currently to take the fastest lap in 1 minute 40.008 seconds. Now it might be quite possible to see how faster times to be racing around in Deep Forest Raceway is doing some fine work of opportunity ever since the original. But now it's becoming a full competitive track circuit for every Gr.4 cars in GT7. That's the time we'll have to compare the difference between the Gr.4 and Gr.3 to be battled out onto each other between any kinds of different time conditions between a sunny day or mostly partly cloudy. On the way we go, proceed forward onto the second sector to take some few more turns to be going elevated by the terrain. After all, because it will have to do much perfect fine chance to see the S15 touring car will be sticking onto the top 5 position. We'll have to go for the chase onto the top 3 position. So looks like Gr.4 is here on the scene. 6 seconds by the decimal is now currently from behind away from Team Insportec by entering to be on the tunnel. But coming out, pull the brake. Here comes the hairpin to be entered to be slowly in to be correction without going late braking. But don't get psyched out. All we might need to do is practice and study skills by every discipline ever since from the circuit experience. So here comes Mixmaster is now currently updated until Psycho Crowley takes over. 1 minute 35.131 seconds to be well achieved and new record for the second place driver. Psycho Crowley in the Subaru WRX Gr.4 is on the number 2 spot. But there goes Moose currently onto the number 3 spot to catch up to Psycho Crowley and SD Mixed Masker to be going closer towards the end of Sector 1. Now going back onto Sector 2 to take the right corner after taking 2 tunnels to be on the entrance and go by the exit. But that's not all. Team Insportec will have to still put a chase to NRAC Steve number 27 in the Genesis Gr.4 is now currently to be ongoing by having a slight... Hold on, looks like that was so very close. By the second, he almost lose amount of grip before doing a quick race by having a call out. But thank goodness because NRAC Steve number 27 just barely tried to keep it up and stay focused to be currently onto the 4th position. But after all, because it will have to take much concentration to have this left turn before going onto the curved straightaway. So here comes the final sector to take the hairpin, going closer and break through the gap in about 0.9 seconds up ahead. NRAC Steve number 27 is about to get ready to go and take the final turn to go rev up onto the acceleration to go up the hill, steeper in, going straight away towards the end of lap number 3. There goes lap number 4. So here comes onto the last minute for the top 3 drivers, you guys. Psycho Crowley is in the lead by doing a slight defense to be in position number 1 to go by the ropes. SD Mixed Masker is now dropped down onto 2nd place along with Moose in 3rd position by the ongoing. 2 Canadians is about to chase up onto 1 American Gran Turismo player to take the battle for 1st place. Let's see how it goes. And Psycho Crowley will have to stay well balanced to be on the all-wheel drive opportunity. Will have to get settled in and kick up and build for the defense. Come on, she's gonna have to keep up the pace and stay right at it. Psycho Crowley did a good job to be entered to be on the curved straightaway to be on the 2nd part. Just like the Trial Mountain Circuit, different ways and different course layout from one of the 3 legendary Gran Turismo track is all about keep up with your opponents and do focusing to be in the lead. The top 3 drivers have entered to be on the hairpin nearly towards the final turn. This is going to have to take a full stretch before Genesis and Nissan, driven by Team UDRS Insportec, is now currently to stay well defended and go longer push to be on the offense. NRAC Steve number 27 is pushing away from Team Insportec in about 1.9 seconds until the end of lap number 4. But here it comes. Lap number 5 is on the way and keep going. It'll have to take plenty more endurance skills of racing during the part of the competition in round 2 of the Nations Cup. But hold on, a 0.5 second penalty has called out by NRAC Steve number 27 from the Marshall post. That means a perfect opportunity for Team Insportec will have to go faster and longer to take. Will have to do some slight corners to be able to be on sector 1 and 2. Gonna have to get closer. Stay on track. Horse Speed Reaper 26 is now switched up and moved forward on to position number 6. Come on, just gonna have to keep a good steady pace to be on the inside. All the fans are rooting for Team Insportec to stay well ongoing to catch up to Genesis in position 4. But here comes the meter distance we'll have to go currently in progress. Pass through onto the penalty line. Here it goes. Team Insportec will have to pack up the acceleration onto gear number 5 before slam the brakes at the hairpin towards the final turn. Splendid close call, and oh man, looks like that is definitely might be having a yellow flag called out for Psycho Crowley, you guys. Let's have a good look for the instant replay. Ouch, I cannot believe it. Psycho Crowley just almost barely had that chance to stay ongoing to be in position number 1 until SD Mixed Masker and moves on in position 1 and 2. But I promise, because It'll have to. Oh man, there goes a contact. That might have a perfect call out for having an instant replay to see it. That makes Insportec just really slam on the rear. Drop down onto position 8 from 4th place to be entered on turn number 1. That's gonna leave a mark. I mean, seriously, because turn number 1 is definitely might be having a hit zone for Team Insportec by the opponent according to the mistake. But I have to get back on track because drop down onto 9th place due to the slight accident at turn number 1 by the incident. But that's not all, because it happens all the time throughout the competition during the Group 3 race in test season of the Manufacturers Cup. Well, I'm still just gonna have to try to keep well-regained recovery after the hazard lights is set to be active. That's all better for now. Let's keep going and get back on track. Okay, looks like that's Horse B Reaper 26 is now forced to be slowing down by crossing the penalty line. But it goes for Team Insportec will have to be moved on in position 8 to catch up with several opponents to be going forward onto the final turn to be at the open wide left corner position. There you go. Looks like Team Insportec will have to go for the rush. Catch up to Turbo in position 7 in the Subaru WRX Gr.4 by entering lap number 7. Splendid work. Now I'm gonna have to do a perfect line to do turn number 1. Splendid work. Now keep follow the opponent and master the slight turns by the elevation to be on the gap. Gonna have to go dive in and get closer towards the end of the first sector onto turn number 5 before entered at turn 6. Seems like the battle rages on for Team UDRS Insportec ever since from the last lap due to the slight accident contact by Below Reaper 26. Talking about Horse B Reaper 26, just barely might need to be very more careful for the next time throughout the future competition when Insportec is in the way for having a perfect scene of the spotlight. But in the meantime, because the instant replay might have to be called out to be well reminder checked to see some further images to be on the hook cam. So note to self, don't go late braking or dive bomb at other players in turn 1 at Deep Forest Raceway. Otherwise, a penalty will be called out due to forcing a racer off the track. Come on, just gonna have to keep it up and go for the pace. Lap number 7 is gonna get closer towards the end for only 10 more laps to go by entering lap number 8. Keep going straight and go push up to the limit. Alright, Turbo is now going late braking and going directly to be on the middle section. After all, because Horse B Reaper 26 is now going from behind to take another round for Team Insportec. But hold on, looks like the bar quality check just having some slight issues for Turbo. Gonna have to get closer and gonna have to move on to be at sector 2. Okay, looks like it's a double trouble situation with 2 Subaru WRX Gr.4 while Team Insportec in the Nissan Silvia S15 touring car is now gonna get everything boxed in. Gonna have to push up and there goes a contact. Gonna have to be very more slowed down and gentle while Horse B Reaper 26 is now in the scene. Not to mention because 2 words underscore move BIH is in the way because he's going from behind. Slowing down, just gonna have to do the next slipstream to be on the final sector. Side by side, get closer for 2 S15 touring car before slam the brakes and hold on, looks like this is gonna be having a close edge for, oh man, looks like 2 words move BIH just barely took a slight spun out after Insportec just moves in before proceed on to the catching chase for 2 Subaru cars in position number 7 and 8. Talk about having a close call and no penalty to be well received. Boy, looks like this race is going to get much more very difficult to see it. but it'll have to take plenty more skills than that until moving on in lap number 9 for every racers to be currently by using a different Group 4 car. One pit stop only, and that means with the exception of the S15 Super touring car will be continue on to be in the next lap. So let's keep going and we'll proceed on to Sector 2. Okay, Turbo and Horse Speed Reaper 26 and 2 Subaru WRX Group 4 by the original yellow color and custom livery is going to have to keep getting up onto each other to take the next turn towards the end of the second sector to be entered onto the straightaway by the curb. Gonna have to keep going and stay on the acceleration for only 2 Subaru cars. Turbo is going for the defense and Horse Speed Reaper goes for the hard offense. And there you go, you guys. Side by side, entered the pull to brake by entered onto the hairpin. Horse Speed Reaper 26 is now on position 7 and Turbo goes behind on position 8. That's the ticket. Horse Speed Reaper is now currently to be on the number 8 spot. But that's not all, because Team Insportec moves on it. Hold on a second. Was that a physically ghost mode for Turbo? No idea. I wonder what just happened. Oh, I see. He just left the lobby due to the lagging issue. I get it. When every Gran Turismo player having a difficulty to be on the server, it will be kicked out automatically due to technical difficulties. So now still moves on to be currently onto the number 8 spot for Team Insportec in the Nissan Silvia S15 touring car by continuing to chase to Horse Speed Reaper 26 in position 7 by entering Sector 2. Gonna have to get fired up and go well precise to be on the oversteer challenge when dealing with an all-wheel drive Group 4 car is in the way. Pull the brake and do the inside apex will do the job. Going for the curve straightaway as we proceed to be moved on to be in Sector 2 to be leaving in onto Sector 3. Only 8 more laps to go, and we still currently to have a single amount of endurance race for only 1 medium compound tires. We'll have to do a step up and clean precisely to be at Deep Forest Raceway. So feel alive and go for the pace and stay on track. After the race ends, free time to be on the Michelin tire sticker for every Group 4 car by entering in a pre-practice. We'll have to do some perfect chance to be on the photo op souvenirs. 7 laps to go. Moving on in lap number 11, folks. So let's keep trying and keep going forward to stay push. Turn 1 clear and moving on to take the out and out on to turn number 2. The grip is still doing much more amount of time for Team Insportec, folks. The race is going to have to get more heated up and do the perfect effort to see how 2 Subaru cars, while Nissan is currently to be stayed behind in position 9. So let's dive down, and there goes Chalky in position 6 to be entered onto the curb straightaway. Along with the 5th place driver is now entered to be in the middle session with Psycho Crowley. There goes NRAC Steve number 27 moves on in 3rd place after Psycho Crowley was been overtaken to be proceed onto the bronze position. There we have SD Mixmaster and Moose to be stay on in to be at position 1 and 2. But it'll have to take skills to do some hairpin to be entered after entering Sector 3. So there it goes. Looks like gonna have to go smoothly in to be at the final turn session until one racer will be called out to be at the pits. Gonna have to keep up the pace, going straight away towards the end of lap number 11. 6 more to go. Lap number 12 is on the way. There goes a close edge battle between two Subaru Gr.4 and horse_B Reaper 26. They're about to go right at it. Take the next turn to enter onto Sector 2 by doing the right corner to take the two tunnels. Keep it up. Looks like two of them are about to have this most fine all-wheel drive battle when doing this part of the scene. Come on, just gonna have to keep working hard, you guys. This race is going to be a very good, perfect hashtag my GT moment during round 2 of the Nations Cup in the 2022 series in the second season of the Gran Turismo World Series. On to Sector 3, keep going. This race is going to get much more thrill of the intense battle, and there goes the smoke trail, so gonna have to keep an eye check. Chalky is going late braking at the outside and goes right back and stay well defended to be going back onto position 6. Horse B Reaper 26 is now stayed behind in position 7 by proceed onto the final turn towards the end of lap number 12. Looks like two Subaru cars are about to gun right in to be battle out each other. So press on to be at lap number 13. That's it. Just gonna have to stay on to take turn 1 again. So brilliant and doing a hard work racing to have this good perfect method to go endurance. But I mean, it's gonna get much more awesome out there to see two Subaru cars will have to go face to face. So let's see how Horse B Reaper 26 gonna have to keep going harder to be on the offense to break through onto Jockey's defense. He'll have to do much more fine ever since by having a contact to be sent down to be on a shadow round. There's the other two racers coming in to enter at the curve straightaway. Keep going and go build up the acceleration onto the slipstream. Now that might have a very good, excellent race to be entered onto the tunnel before coming out towards the dirt sector to proceed and go well challenging to have this brake zone. Hold on, looks like the contact just really pushed in. Chalky is now stayed behind in position 7 while Horse_B Reaper 26 moves on in position 6. But that's not all, because it'll have to take skills to see how Chalky will have to go for another round. Talk about having a rematch in round 2 between Chalky and Horse B Reaper 26. Changed up onto the left side of the track, proceed onto the 14th lap for only 4 more to go remaining. But hold on, looks like there it goes. Looks like there's a spun out. Chalky just took a spun out by Horse B Reaper 26 in the same Subaru WRX Gr.4. Now for Team Insportec is now proceed on to position 7 to catch up to Horse B Reaper 26. Talk about a most fearsome, intense battle to proceed to be in the next lap before turn 1 comes in to be at the weak spot at the incident. But it sure does that all-wheel drive versus all-wheel drive is all about doing the most difficult struggle ever yet to be in the GT World Series. So now I'm gonna have to take the next 2 cars for Horse_B Reaper 26 before Insportec in the Nissan Silvia S15 touring car moves on and go proceed to be at the number 7 spot before Gr.4 kicks in about 0.3 seconds. There he is right now. A red S15 touring car is now in the scene. Gonna have to get ready and go for the hairpin. Keep a good hold on the inside. Still got this. But no sign of surveillance to be on the pit lane entry for Epic Gran Turismo racers. Talk about going endurance is all about try to do their best. Lap 15, here I go. Slam the brakes. Going late outside onto turn 1, while Gr.4 is now proceed in position 7. Come on, just gonna have to keep going stronger and stay on track. Looks like NRAC Steve number 27 slows down for Team Genesis, drops from position number 2 to number 6. But Gr.4 has the opportunity, will have to go for overtake at Genesis to take the next turn before entered onto the curved straightaway once again. Just only for once, just only for twice. One Nissan Silvia is going to have to take one best chance to go overtake at Genesis on position number 6. But here comes the action to be on the scene. Let's go Gr.4, you can do it and overtake the Genesis by entered in the final sector in lap number 15. Okay, switched up and go for the hard offense. Looks like GRP is going inside to be at position 6. NRAC Steve number 27 takes 6th place, and there goes Horse Speed Reaper 26 has now dropped onto position 8 to be called out onto the instant replay for investigation. But I know every part of the content video may be also to be contained with some actual scenes to be on the replay after the competition is over. Just like having an actual motorsport event to be called in to see some further check. But I'm still gonna have to keep try harder before moving on to take the 18th lap for only 2 more remaining. 24 minutes since the start of the race, but I still barely tried to keep stronger out there to be entered in the top 5 position. Gonna have to get closer, stay on track, and focus on NRAC Steve number 27 for Team Insportec. Almost to go outside and take the inside, but going blocking defense for Genesis while Insportec takes the offense. Another penalty call in for Genesis. Team Insportec will have to be very more patient until NRAC Steve number 27 will have to keep racing, continue on before the penalty line will be entered to be on the rushing tunnel. Okay, he's going entered, pull the brake, passes on, and moving on in 6th place. Very good race. Now gonna have to go for the hairpin once again for Team UDRS Insportec in the Nissan Silvia S15 touring car. But that's not all. Joseph in the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport is now dropped down onto 5th place after Gr.4 in the custom livery of the Nissan Silvia S15 touring car is now moving on to take the 17th lap. But it all comes down to this, to have this perfect chance to be entered to be on turn number 1. Let's see how Porsche and Nissan will battle out to take the battle for 4th place to be on the way. So let's try to see how 2 racers will have to keep gunning out onto each other. Keep up the pace, going in onto sector 2. Joseph in the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport will have to stay on focus on Gr.4 by the ropes. And also for Team UDRS Insportec, we'll have to take the push in about 1.3 seconds to go up ahead on Joseph in the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport before the paralysis skills that he might have to keep a little bit much more steady precision. But I bet he might have to keep trying harder to have a mid-engine layout. It's going to be so very packed up and well oversteered to achieve. Going in onto the hairpin at the brake zone, Joseph in the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport takes the short recovery, and now onto the final lap for the 1st place driver. SD Mixmaster is now currently to take the lead by having a perfect comeback moment. Moose is now entered in position 2, followed by Psycho Crowley in 3rd place. But now it also comes in to have a final showdown between Joseph and Team UDRS Insportec for the battle for 5th place. Let's do this and take the chances to be on the high stakes. Joseph takes the defense while Insportec blocks through by having an offense to be cancelled. Going up the hill after taking turn 1, turn 2 and 3 to be slided in before entering onto turn number 4 and 5. It's going to get much closer. Team Insportec still takes the chase on Joseph on position 5 by entering sector 2 to be on the inside corner to be at the right turn, to be right settled in to see how Porsche and Nissan can battle out to take the chances to see who will take the number 5 spot to be at the finish line. But wait, looks like this is going to get much closer. There goes the contact. Insportec might have to be very more careful while Joseph is now doing the brake zone to be entered onto the next turn to go back to do the final sector at the straightaway in the curve. So now SD Mixmaster is about to have a final stretch to be slowed down, so looks like NRAC Steve just left the lobby, and there we go. Looks like Moose is going to be having a perfect chance to go for the checker flag finish, and SD Mixmaster wins the race in round 2 in season 2 for the 2022 series Gran Turismo World Series Nations Cup. What a very good Group 4 race, you guys. What in the most stunning amaze Group 4 race of all time. Now that's what I call a Group 4 competition to race in the forest. So now Moose have finished in second place. Psycho Crowley has finished in third. Gr.4 just finished in fourth. Joseph is in fifth place, and for myself to be ended up onto sixth place. So now we have 77 car to be dropped down onto 12th place in the Subaru WRX Group 4 by having a running low on fuel. But somehow it might be quite still to be well active to be fully capacity to be on the fuel usage is going to be well to be used. But anyway, that was a very good race, you guys. Congratulations to the top 3 racers for doing an all-wheel drive and best recommend FR layout by using the Silvia Spec R Aero S15 touring car. Splendid race, well done, and very much to have 6th place to be well put up to be on the replay. Much obliged, and replay to be saved. So it all comes down to have 2 Subaru WRX Group 4 have finally made it on to 2nd and 3rd place to be at the checker flag, while the Nissan Silvia Spec R Aero S15 touring car have made it on time to be in 1st place to be at the podium. Psycho Crowley did a good job to stay ongoing to be reached up and be well defended when racing in the top 3 position. Moose, by the way, but he did a very good job to stay ongoing to be as a runner-up racer on to 2nd place. SD Mixmaster, he did so good to be driving in the S15 Silvia, is doing a pack-a-punch pace to be racing at the Deep Forest Raceway. So, gonna have to congratulations to the 3 drivers for having a very good job well done. So yeah, I guess the best recommend Group 4 car is all about doing the best endurance without having a pit stop available with no mandatory requirement. But that's game, you guys. That's a very good game, and also to have a perfect time moment before moving on in round 3 for the next race, we'll have to get set and be specified to be on the different specified vehicle. But that's competition, alright. But I can't wait to see which mystery car is going to be look like for next Friday. Well folks, it was a lot of fun in round 2 for the 2nd season of the Nations Cup in the 2022 series. Group 4 race cars at Deep Forest Raceway is going endurance by having an 18-lap challenge. Talking about having an endurance run by using a Nissan Silvia Spec R Aero S15 touring car is a very good best race car to be on the tire wear. Overall, they have a number 1 best recommend pick, especially for the Subaru WRX Group 4 to be as recommend number 2. But it was alright. It turns out to become very much competitive and challenging with some best skills and new opportunities, including one of the 3 legendary Gran Turismo tracks for the Group 4 class. But in the meantime, also to have some minor issues from round 1 in the 2nd season in the Manufacturers Cup at the Trial Mountain Circuit. Skipping parts by interruption by having a glitch may be affected during the gameplay. But don't worry, because putting up onto the full replay as a substitute for the full amount of time. but it'll have to make sure to have longer delays after we have finished 4 events to be on the 3-day weekend. So let's have a good look for the event schedule after round 2 complete. Round 3 coming up to be on next Friday, August 26th, to be at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps to be as a specified car. But 2 racetracks will be said to be announced, but it'll have to take a next week content update later on for having a very good surprising guest. Just you wait to see how it turns out, but it might have a different car classes for only 2 labeled to be on round 4 and round 6 to be revealed itself. Alright, so I guess gonna have to get ready for tomorrow. High Speed Ring in round 2 of the Manufacturers Cup will go for having a clear and sunny day, just like having a test season to be on the ring condition. But boy, looks like this is gonna be having a very good bright time moment to find out to see what it turns out to be as a different condition. Time to wrap this up, viewers. Gonna have to get ready and do some practice, and I hope it's going to get much more fine, remarkable choice to see how the racing effect to be on the regulation to be on the Group 4 class. Thank you for watching on my video in Gran Turismo 7, folks. I hope you enjoyed. Just go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notifications on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. And don't forget to follow me on any social media platforms like DeepNetArt, Instagram, GT Planet, Twitter, and more to see for my own image artwork like UDRS liveries, Total Drama fan art with car liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be seeing you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.